Namaste, and welcome to this little session, the Bhagavad-gita. Normally we do verses in the Bhagavad-gita, but today we're going to do a little excursion into Srimad Bhagavatam. So we will be reading from the 6th canto, the first verse here on setting up the story about Ajamil. So the chapter 1 is titled "The History and Life," the history of the life of Ajamil, and the other chapters in this canto are called Ajamil delivered by the Vishnu Dutas, and chapter 3 is Yamaraj instructs his messengers, and chapter 4 is Hangsa Guhya prayers offered to the Lord by Prajapati Daksha, and number 5 is Narada Muni cursed by Prajapati Daksha. In any case, let's start with the first chapter, the first canto. Canto 6, chapter 1, text 1. Nivritti marga kattita adau bhagavata yatha krama yoga parabdhena brahmana yad asangshirtihi. So the translation of each word here is Sri Parikshit Uvacha. Maharaj Parikshit said, Nivritti marga, the path of liberation, Kattita, described, Adau, in the beginning, Bhagavata, by your holiness, Yatha, duly, Krama, gradually, Yoga upalabdhena, obtained by the yoga process, Brahmana, along with Lord Brahma, after reaching Brahmaloka. Yet, by which way, asang sritihi, cessation of the repetition of birth and death. Translation. Maharaj Parikshit said, O my Lord, O Shukadeva Goswami, you have already described the path of liberation, Nivritti Marga. By following that path, one is certainly elevated gradually to the highest planetary system, Brahmaloka, from which one is promoted to the spiritual world along with Lord Brahma. Thus, one's repetition of birth and death in the material world ceases. Purport. Since Maharaj Parikshit was a Vaishnava, when he heard the description at the end of the 5th canto of the different hellish conditions of life, he was very much concerned with how to liberate the conditioned souls from the clutches of Maya and take them back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, he reminded his spiritual master, Shukadeva Goswami, about the Nivritti Marga, or path of liberation, which he had described in the 2nd canto. Maharaj Parikshit, who at the time of death was fortunate to have met Shukadeva Goswami, inquired from Shukadeva Goswami about the path of liberation at that crucial time. Shukadeva Goswami very much appreciated his question and congratulated him by saying, Variyan ersha te prashnaha krituloka hitang nripa atmavit samattah pungsang shruttavyadishu yaparah. My dear king, your question is glorious because it is very beneficial for all kinds of people. The answer to this question is the prime subject matter for hearing, and it is approved by all transcendentalists. And that's Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, Chapter 1, Verse 1. Prabhupada goes on here to say this. Parikshit Maharaj was astonished that the living entities in the conditional stage do not accept the path of liberation, devotional service, instead of suffering in so many hellish conditions. This is the symptom of a Vaishnava. Vansha kalpa tarupyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha. A Vaishnava is an ocean of mercy. Para dukkha dukkhi. He is unhappy because of the unhappiness of others. Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj, being compassionate toward the conditioned souls suffering in hellish life, suggested that Shukadeva Goswami continue describing the path of liberation, which he had explained in the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam. The word asangshritti is very important in this connection. Asangshritti refers to continuing on the path of birth and death. Asangshritti, on the contrary, refers to nivritti marga, or the path of liberation, by which one's birth and death cease, and one gradually progresses to Brahmaloka, unless one is a pure devotee who does not care about going to the higher planetary systems, in which case one immediately returns home back to Godhead by executing devotional service. Tyaktva dehang punar janma naiti. Parikshit Maharaj, therefore, was very eager to hear from Shukadeva Goswami about the path of liberation for the conditioned soul. Now, according to the opinion of the Acharyas, the word krama yoga palabdhena indicates that by first performing karma yoga and then jnana-yoga, and finally coming to the platform of bhakti-yoga, one can be liberated. Bhakti-yoga, however, is so powerful that it does not depend on karma-yoga or jnana-yoga. Bhakti-yoga itself is so powerful that even an impious man with no assets in karma-yoga, or an illiterate with no assets in jnana-yoga, can undoubtedly be elevated to the spiritual world if he simply adheres to bhakti-yoga. Mam evaisyasi asangshaya, Krishna says in Bhagavad-gita 8:7, that by the process of bhakti-yoga, one